There comes a moment in every life when silence feels heavier than noise, when the world stops whispering possibilities and starts demanding a choice. That is the moment that defines you. Not the day you were born, not the day you failed, but the day you decided who you were going to become. Because the truth is, you are not your past, you are not your circumstances. You are not the labels they placed on you when they couldn't understand your fire. You are the sum total of every decision you have dared to make, and the courage to stand by those decisions when the storms came. You become what you decide. Every great person who ever walked this earth knew this. Edison decided that light would conquer darkness. Ford decided that the average man deserved the power of motion. Lincoln decided that freedom would not be optional. Carnegie decided that wealth, once achieved, should serve humanity. And Walt Disney decided that imagination was not a childish distraction but a divine instrument. They all faced doubt. They all heard the laughter of those who could not see what they saw, but they decided. Anyway, decision is not a single act. It's a daily rebellion against inertia. It's waking up when the world says sleep. It's trying again when logic whispers that you've done enough. It's choosing faith when fear dresses itself as reason. Your life, right now, is a mirror reflecting every decision you've made up to this moment. If you are dissatisfied with that reflection, do not curse the mirror. Change the decision that created it. Most people drift through life like leaves in a current, hoping the river will carry them somewhere better. But the current never takes you to greatness. Only decision does. You see, indecision is the silent killer of dreams. It disguises itself as patience, as caution, as strategy. But make no mistake, it is fear wearing a polite mask. Fear of being wrong, fear of losing face, fear of discovering what you're truly capable of. And yet, every indecision carries its own decision. The decision to remain the same. Think of the young man who hesitated to start his idea because he wanted the right time. Years passed. The right time never came. Someone else took that idea, decided, acted, and changed their life. History does not remember the ones who almost decided. It remembers the ones who did. To decide is to declare war on comfort. It means stepping away from the crowd that keeps you average. It means saying no to mediocrity even when mediocrity offers applause. It means looking in the mirror and saying, from this moment on, I choose who I am. Most people live as if they were passengers in their own story, waiting for permission to take the wheel. But listen closely. No one is coming to choose for you. Not your parents. Not your boss. Not the world. You have to claim the pen and write your own chapter. Decision is power. But belief is the current that gives it life. When Napoleon Hill wrote that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, he wasn't speaking poetry. He was describing the law that governs all progress. Every invention, every fortune, every masterpiece began as a decision to believe. Belief is not passive optimism. It is forged in the fires of repetition, visualization, and relentless faith. You decide what you will believe, and that belief rewires the fabric of your mind. It changes what you see, what you attract, and what you tolerate. When you decide to believe in your worth, you stop begging for validation. When you decide to believe in abundance, scarcity loses its grip. When you decide to believe in your purpose, the path begins to reveal itself. But belief without clarity is like fire without oxygen. You must know why you decide. What is the vision that burns behind your choice? What do you want so badly that it keeps you awake at night? Until you answer that, your decisions will have no roots. Every empire begins as an image in the mind of one person who refused to settle. Clarity gives your decision direction. It channels your energy like a beam of light cutting through fog. Without it, you scatter your power across distractions, and your life becomes motion without meaning. So stop waiting for motivation to strike. Decide who you are. Decide what you want. Decide what kind of legacy you will leave behind. And when you make that decision, make it final. Because once the mind decides with conviction, the universe rearranges itself to obey. Discipline is the bridge between decision and destiny. It is the silent force that transforms I want into I am. Every dream you will ever chase, every purpose you will ever serve, will demand a price. Discipline is how you pay it. Daily, quietly, without applause. It is the difference between wishing for success and deciding. You will have it. The world is filled with people who decided once, but never kept. Deciding. They made a promise to themselves in the heat of passion, but when the morning came and the weight of effort pressed down, they folded. You see, decision is not a single spark. It's a fire that must be fed every day. Discipline is the fuel. Look back through history. Edison did not stumble upon the light bulb after a single experiment. He made 10,000 decisions to keep going. Each failure was a doorway, not a dead end. Ford faced bankruptcy and ridicule before the Model T ever rolled off the line. He did not chase motivation. He practiced discipline. Lincoln faced defeat after defeat, yet his decision to stand for unity never wavered. Discipline made him unshakable. Discipline begins where feelings end. It's waking before dawn when your mind whispers, sleep. It's training your focus when the world demands distraction. It's refusing the comfort of excuses because you have already decided who you are. You cannot negotiate with greatness. It only answers to commitment. When you decide with discipline, something remarkable happens. Your brain stops looking for escape routes. It begins to seek solutions. It bends its infinite creativity toward fulfilling the command you gave it. That is the real law of attraction. It's not magic. It's mental direction. You attract what your mind obeys. But there will be days when decision feels heavy, when doubt creeps in like fog. You'll question if the path is worth it. If the sacrifices matter, that's when you must return to why you decided in the first place. Purpose is the compass that keeps your decisions true. Purpose isn't found in comfort, it's born in conflict. It's the voice that rises when everything else falls. Silent. It's the reason you keep building when the foundation cracks. The reason you rise when no one's watching. Purpose is what turns discipline from drudgery into devotion. Ask yourself, what am I really chasing? Is it money, recognition, freedom? Or is it the deeper desire to become something greater than I was yesterday? Because purpose is never just about possessions. It's about transformation, the alchemy of becoming more. When Andrew Carnegie built his empire, his purpose wasn't simply to accumulate wealth. He saw wealth as a tool, a means to elevate humanity. He decided to serve something larger than himself, and that decision turned steel into legacy. Purpose gives your decisions moral gravity. It lifts you beyond the noise of ego and pulls you toward contribution. And when your purpose is clear, resilience is born. Resilience is the armor of the decided mind. It is not the absence of failure. It is the refusal to surrender. The resilient spirit knows that pain is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. Every hardship you face is an invitation to deepen your resolve, to test your faith. When obstacles arise, the undecided retreat. The decided adapt. They bend, but they do not break. They learn. They evolve. They push forward because their identity is already written in stone. You cannot destroy someone who has decided what they will become. Think of Walt Disney after being fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. Imagine the sting of that rejection, and then imagine the decision to keep dreaming anyway. We didn't build a company. He built belief. He showed the world that imagination backed by decision could outlast failure. That's the secret most people miss. Success doesn't belong to the smartest or the luckiest. It belongs to those who keep deciding. Long after the excitement fades, every time you choose discipline over distraction, purpose over comfort, faith over fear, you cast another vote for the person you are becoming. And slowly, imperceptibly at first, your life begins to align with your choices. You attract people who match your energy. Opportunities appear that mirror your belief. The fog lifts, and you realize you're no longer chasing your dream, you're living it. So when doubt whispers, when the path grows dark, remember this: you have already decided. Your destiny isn't waiting to be found, it's waiting to be claimed.